My name is Sarah Faxon. I'm an author, vlogger, and podcaster, podcasting on the weekly writing podcast, Semi-Sages of the Pages. And tonight we're going to talk about branding and why it's important as an author to brand yourself and how to use that to your advantage. I am so excited, guys, to talk to you tonight using my brand new camera, a Logitech HD web camera. Also using OBS software tonight to use as a streaming service. So that's really exciting. I have this brand new setup happening and I'm really excited to put it forward and see what it can do. In the background, it's recording this, so I no longer have to freak out if I have actually saved the video to my phone or not, which has happened once or twice where I've had to quickly backpedal to figure out how to record my previous live stream. So really excited to use professional streaming devices tonight. My sweet little camera is surrounded by this incredible bright white light. Never has the term "go towards the light" been more relevant than when you live stream. When you're looking into a camera, pretending that it's an eyeball to make eye contact with, while simultaneously being blinded, it's the best. So, as I mentioned, guys, we're going to be talking about branding tonight and why that's important as an author. How you brand yourself, what difference does it make, and how it is important if you're someone like me who has multiple stories coming out. So, what is branding? If you think about any of your favorite products like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nike, Louis Vuitton, all these different products probably brought forward a very specific image to mind. With Coke, it's that famous red and white, very crisp, very clean, a polar bear or the Santa Claus that comes out. Random side note, did you know that Coca-Cola was one of the reasons why we have the image today of Santa Claus? I think they started that image in the late 1800s. I might be wrong. I might be spewing nonsense. Definitely fact check on that one. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was. They helped to brand Santa Claus. I mean, if you think about that, that's pretty incredible. But anyway, all of these different products have that look. You look at it, you see it, you know those colors, you know the fonts. So as authors, it's incredibly important that we do the same thing. One of the best examples, easiest examples to come up with is Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling. The text, the font, it is so branded. You know Harry Potter from 50 miles away. If you see that H with the lightning bolt in it, you know, or the P with the lightning bolt in it, excuse me, I'm not a lifelong Harry Potter fan. You know that's a part of J.K. Rowling's brand. That is her series, that is her titles. Those all belong together. Now, having a very easy to pick brand for yourself, whether it's a logo, colors, fonts, artistry, those help to set you apart from everybody else. You walk into any bookstore, any airport lounge, any library, there's hundreds of titles to pick and choose from. But if you can establish your brand as a very easy eye-picking thing, that'll help to set you apart from others. So one of the many things that I was working on today was creating my brand. Now, if you've seen my YouTube videos, I always end with the S. Faxon Productions. In fact, now I'm starting and ending with my little S. Faxon Productions screen. And that's all using the Playfair font. Playfair font's found all across my social media, especially on my website. I use that a lot. I also have a very specific color that I use, which is, I'm going to say hashtag, but that's ridiculous, # FF0066. It's ingrained, if not tattooed, on the backs of my eyelids. And it is something that I want people to be able to see and be like, that pink makes me think of S. Faxon Productions. So that's a part of my branding. This red and similar shades to it is also part of the branding that I'm trying to move forward with. And the difference being the pinks are representative of S. Faxon Productions, where all of my creative projects live, from my YouTube videos to my comic book series, Bumpy's World, to my fantasy stories, Foreign and Domestic Affairs, Animal Court, Blue Dragon Society, are all as a part of this umbrella business, if you will. Whereas I'm going to divide the subsections, all those that I just listed, into their own branding. But one thing that's going to stay across all of these platforms, will be my logo, which I spent developing today. So I'm going to be releasing that on my next week's video, so be sure to tune in for that, or subscribe to my newsletter by visiting www.sfaxon.com, where you'll be able to see it ahead of time next Monday when I release the newsletter, probably between 9 and 10 p.m., because that's just what I do now. That's the time it comes out. So that's what I'm going to stick to. So be on the lookout for that branding, which I hope to carry across, like I said, all of my different platforms, which I want to be the go-to for people to see that's an Sfaxon book or works right there, and make them want to pick that up because they know me. They are familiar with me, with my branding, and what I stand for. Now, all of this is coming from a wonderful class that I've been a part of for the last several weeks called Writer's Crutch. I highly, highly recommend if you're an author, whether you're nonfiction or fiction, that you check out this class. I'll be sure to post a link to it with this video so you can check it out. I have learned so much about marketing and branding, and if you've noticed in the last few weeks, my live streaming game has been stepping it up a notch, as well as the videos that I'm producing and the content that's coming out. In the Writer's Crutch class, I have learned how to calendar my creative works, which has been such a huge help. I don't know how I would have gotten past or through the last 3 weeks of my holiday without having the tremendous ability to calendar and schedule out my days based on this 18-month plan that my teachers have helped us to create. So I'll definitely put the links in the description for this later after this video posts. Now, I also want to talk about the semi-stages of the pages, guys. We have a phenomenal new episode out called Writing is Sick. As you may have noticed, the world is involved in a smidge of a pandemic. So we've all bunkered down, we've all donned the face masks, the gloves, and found ways to protect ourselves in these times. But did you know that authors like William Shakespeare and the Bronte sisters also went through similar times like us? So if you're curious by that and want to know how they got through it all, I highly recommend checking out the Semi-Stages of the Pages latest podcast episode. You'll get to hear us talking about it all, and that released just last night, so be sure to tune into that. We're also going to be starting up a contest here pretty soon, so tune in to our next semi-sode to hear what that's all going to be about. If you're an author or thinking about writing or have a little bit of extra time on your hands, like most of us, and want to give that a go, definitely tune in to our next episode. I think you're going to like it. So there's all of that happening behind the scenes, but one thing that I'm really excited to bring forward to you guys is next week, this live stream will be doing an interview, our first ever interview with Sfaxon Productions. I'm going to be bringing author Dr. Ann Gladys to the interview page here. So we're going to be talking about what it's like to work from home in these times, how to rid yourself of those workplace at home jitters, both for you as an employee and as an employer, and how you can establish trust and bonds between the two now that we're in this evolving workforce culture. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Now, one last thing, guys, there's a great chance that this is going to be the last video on the Reading Escape, one of my last posts on the Reading Escape, as I'm going to be totally diving into my branding theology here. Theology? Is that the word I want to use? And changing my Facebook author page to just Sfaxon Author. That way it's easier for people to find me. Reading Escape was my previous brand with my previous website, so we're evolving, moving on, retiring that one, and we'll be coming to you henceforth using the Sfaxon author page. So guys, that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to reach out to you anytime. I absolutely love the comments you guys have been leaving me. I want to thank you all for the over 160 views on my silly haircut page. Good God. The haircut challenge video is my most successful video so far. Of course it is. And it was really fun to produce, and I'm intending to put together a couple of more of the behind the pen videos, if you will. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel for that. And I want to wish you all a very good night. Hope you all are staying safe out there and washing those hands. keep them clean. Alrighty, guys. Cheers, cheers.